Yes, we are live and we have around 874 participants.
So, very good morning to all the participants. Now, I request our professor, Dr. Balamurli, to welcome the speaker.
Good morning to all the participants, and very good morning to Dr. Anita Talwar. Thanks for accepting our request in spite of your busy work from home schedule. And it's our great pleasure and honor to welcome you for this wonderful session, the webinar on the teaching and research methodology. And Anita Talwar is a entrepreneur turned teacher. So we are happy to hear that she was in the teaching profession before that. And thanks for accepting our request and being here. Thank you. Welcome you.
So it is a great pleasure to have you all here for the Knowledge 4.0 webinar series, which is one of the unique initiative of Chennai Institute of Technology under the guidance of our Honorable Chairman Shri P. Sriram, a successful first-generation entrepreneur, a well-known industrialist, and managing director of MK Group of Companies. Under Knowledge 4.0 series, we have been conducting webinar series such as technical webinar series, research webinar series, career guidance webinar series, innovation webinar series, and alumni webinar series. And today, we have technical webinar series titled Global Trends in Biomedical Teaching and Research, which is going to be handled by Dr. Anita Talwar, Managing Director, Gentech Marketing and Distribution Private Limited. And Chennai Institute of Technology was established in the year 2010 by Honorable Chairman Mr. P. Sriram, and now our institute is being ranked within top 10 institutes among private engineering colleges in Tamil Nadu. And it is a great pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, Dr. Anita Talwar, the Managing Director of Gentech Marketing and Distribution Private Limited. And she has obtained her PhD degree for Vallabhbhai Patel Chess Institute, University of Delhi. And she has 14 years of teaching and research experience in medical physiology and pharmacology at University of Delhi. Her forte is particularly in cardiovascular physiology and pharmacology. And during her research career, she has been awarded funding from DST, ICMR, and UGC. And subsequently, she made transition from academics to industrial interactions. And she has started her own company, Gentech Marketing and Distribution Private Limited. And the company caters to the need of basic research as well preclinical and biomedical research. Several stars in portfolio of Gentech are Biopac Systems USA, Columbus Instruments USA, Stioltin Co. USA, Prime Tech Japan, Firstbeat Finland, Allset USA, and Equivital UK. And now we are very happy to welcome and hand over the session to Dr. Anita Talwar. Ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for the nice introduction. And I would like to thank Dr. Kiran George and Dr. Balamurli and all the staff of Biomedical Department at CIT for giving us this opportunity to show our products and discuss about the biomedical research. So it's our privilege to be associated with the Center for Biomedical Engineering Department at CIT. I will give a brief introduction of Gentech and Biopac. So as Gentech was established in 1996, so we are working from last 24 years in biomedical research. We are a team of physiologists, biomedical engineers, pharmacologists, and software engineers. So we are not only selling the equipments, we collaborate with the labs to perform research. We help them to analyze the results. And Biopac system is a world leader for measuring life science parameters. The Biopac system is used by 99% of universities around the world. Biopac has more than 36,000 citations in reputed international journals. And as far as India database is concerned, we have more than 1,000 installations in India. Our customer database is almost all the AIIMS of India, IITs, NITs, universities. They are using biomedical teaching and research equipment. Apart from this, we have many industries using this for animal research and human research. The layout of my presentation would be, I would be going through the teaching tools, practical labs for remote learning, research applications, brain-computer interface, virtual reality, ventilator validation kit, which is a new response to COVID-19, and the new products which we have to show you. So as far as the teaching tools are concerned, we have a data acquisition system, 2-channel and 4-channel. So these are the data acquisition system hardware with various transducers and accessories, leads and electrodes, a complete setup to monitor various physiological parameters. So it is a complete set with the data acquisition, transducers, and the software to analyze the results. These are used for teaching in various medical colleges and biomedical colleges. So even CIT is also having this lab at biomedical department. So in this case, one can have either 2-channel, and then you can order the various accessories depending upon the requirement. BioPack has made some program-specific teaching packages, so you need not to worry that what parameter you want to record if you are from biomedical engineering. So all the experiments will be included in that package. So this is a software, has a guided lessons with questionnaires and software to analyze. So this is in US, most of the teaching labs, they use data acquisition system to record the physiological parameters. So the recent addition during this lockdown period, BioPack has given BSL analysis, reviewed saved data analysis. So any student can download on their laptops when they are working at home and they have some data recording during previous experiments. They can analyze the data without any hardware. So you don't need the 2-channel or 4-channel, any data acquisition system. You can analyze the data when you are at home. So even in India, we have given to many labs when they were doing some experiments and then they were held up at their home remotely, so they can analyze the data. In this, you can watch the BSL tutorial, you can prepare your lesson, review the sample data, and analyze your own data. So this is a very good tool for the remote usage of the BioPack software. Then recently BioPack has started this in USA. This is a small portable lab, you can say, which a student can take to their home. In this current scenario, when a social distancing is required, so you don't want that the subject should be sitting near to you, and sometimes the experiments have to be performed remotely. So this equipment is best, single channel, economic. We have not started importing in India, but it will be coming to India soon. So this is a rental which students can take from the labs and do the experiments at their own. With this BSL Home, 9 experiments can be done. It's ECG, EMG, EEG, EOG, and respiration. So it can prove to be a very good tool during these circumstances, and it is very portable, easy to handle. So now coming to the research applications. So BioPack is a vast number of equipments are there, and they can cater all these research applications. The first and the most important is the wearable wireless ambulatory system. Then we will go to the exercise and sports physiology, hemodynamics and cardiopulmonary, psychophysiology, imaging, stimulus presentation and virtual reality, MRI, neuromarketing, and ventilator validation kit. So there are so many things to be discussed. I will be little fast, and if you have any questions, you can just give to the moderator, and I can answer at the end. And these, so coming to the wearable wireless system, we have various options for recording wireless parameters. So,
Ma'am, can you do you want to share your screen now, or you can continue as such?
no, I want to share. It's not shared. Oh God.
It's not shared.
Oh, sorry. Shall I go back to show the slides?
Yes, please.
Sorry about that. So this is the layout of my presentation. Then the teaching, two channel.
No.
You can.
1 second. No, screen share has not happened.
Oh.
The third icon from the top left. Share entire screen. Or share desktop. Yes.
Sorry about that.
You can show it in a slideshow view. Yeah, fine. Perfect.
So I will start with the teaching tools. So you can see this is a 2-channel data acquisition and a 4-channel data acquisition system. And these are the transducer and the leads to record. This is for ECG, this is for respiration, statography, headphone, and all the accessories which can come with the data acquisition with the manual and the software. So this is used for teaching. This is 2-channel, which is a portable. It's a USB, has a USB cable. It doesn't require even a power. You can connect to the laptop, and you can take this data acquisition to anywhere, maybe hospital bedside or any lab or anywhere. So the 4-channel requires the power, and it has 4 channels to record. The difference between 2 is only the number of channels, the parameters. At a simultaneously, you can record 2 parameters. Here you can record 4 parameters, and the analysis parameters are more than that. So these are the list showing the program specific teaching packages. Like if someone is working in human physiology, can go for human physiology package. It will have all the parameters like blood pressure, cardiac output, or exercise physiology transducers to be used. Similarly, for pharmacology, toxicology, it will include the tissue bath and nerve conduction, biomedical engineering, all the biopotentials. So likewise, it can be used. So I was talking about this BSL analysis software, which can be used remotely without any usage of the hardware. So students can download on their computers. It can be downloaded in multiple computers at a time, and you can review your data, whatever you have recorded at lab, and later on you want to analyze it, you can analyze at home. So this is a free software during lockdown, which we are giving to our researchers to perform their research at home. And this is a single channel, the hardware with the software, which can be purchased or rented to the student. They can do experiments on themselves without coming into contact with the instructor. So instructor can sit in the lab and give the instructions, and the student will perform their experiments at their own. Record it, and then when they record it, they can send the analyzed data back to the instructor for checking. So this is a very valuable tool which can be used during these conditions of pandemic or lockdown. So it will be coming soon to India as well. In the research applications, BioPAC has number of equipments which can be used for various research applications. That they are from starting from the wireless, exercise sports physiology, hemodynamic cardiopulmonary, psychophysiology, imaging, stimulus presentation and virtual reality, MRI, neuromarketing, and ventilator validation kit, which is developed recently during this pandemic only to assess the manufacturing of ventilators. So when we come to the wearable wireless system, we have many options depending upon the situation, what kind of situation we are working, conducting the research. First, I will show this is MP160 16-channel data acquisition with the number of bionomadics transmitters and the receiver can be added. So you can record 16 parameters at a time, 16 channels. The smart center is very portable. It comes in a small suitcase box. In which this you can have 3 transmitters at a time. So the difference is the number of transmitters. It can connect only to 3 transmitters. They can connect to the 16 transmitters. The range is 10 meters. And the only thing is you cannot have the online analysis in the case of smart center, but in this case you can have. If you want to take the wireless system to the field, you can use this logger. Logger is a portable you can keep in your pocket. The data will be displayed on this screen. You can give the voice journal that, okay, this person has started performing exercise or is going to sleep. So all the journal notes will be there in the logger. So one can configure these system depending upon their requirement. If they want to conduct in lab scenario, they can go for bionomatics. If they want to go for the field, they can go for the logger. Then we have a BioShirt, which has ECG and respiration sensors, which can be combined with this bionomatics or smart center. Then the newly added, we have the EquiVital wearable monitoring system. It has a range of 100 meter. It has more number of parameters. You can monitor SpO2 along with ECG, respiration, and GPS also. Yeah. So I will be showing further details of this now. In current scenario, like the research, we are not bounded to sit in the lab. We can perform research, whether performing yoga, exercise, or dance. So you can see this subject is wearing the transmitters and performing dance. So all the parameters, EMG and ECG, are being recorded. So there are various domains where this wireless system can be used. Sports physiology has lot of requirement. Yoga Institute in India, they are using BioPAC system. Most of the prominent yoga institute like Patanjali, Asvyasa, Art of Living, all of them are using BioPAC system for their research during meditation. Then the psychophysiology is very prominent science these days, where the BioPAC system can be, wireless system can be used, because if we tether the human subject, there will be not actual recording coming. So the subject should be wearing the wireless system. We can have a very good data. Defense labs, they can use for their soldiers when they are working at high altitude or different situations. These systems are used in neuromarketing, also ergonomics and fashion design. And there are the National Institute of Fashion Technology. They are also using wireless system to see what is the effect of costume on the physiology of the subjects. So this slide is showing like how the system look like. This is a data acquisition with the transmitter, and this is a transmitter which a subject wears on their body with the leads and electrodes, and this is the receiver. So the distance can be 10 meters between the transmitter and receiver, and you can see we can have number of transmitters added. Suppose you have bought only 2, then later on you can add other number of parameters to the same system. It's a modular one. So various parameters which can be monitored wirelessly is ECG, EEG, gastrogram, EMG, oculogram, cardiography, pulse and EDA, respiration, temperature, and goniometer. I would like to emphasize that no company is giving a wireless electrogastrogram and impedance cardiography, which is very specific to BioPAC system. You can measure the cardiac output while the subject is moving, even the goniometer and torsiometer to wireless to monitor the gait of the subjects. You can see the subjects are performing exercise. They are wearing these transmitters, and there is a shirt with the pouches. So the transmitters are also not visible. You can keep them in the pouches, and the subject is carefree performing their exercise, and we can monitor their physiology. Coming to the cardiovascular hemodynamics, we can record ECG. ECG can be recorded wired and wireless both. You can have multi-lead ECG also and 12-lead ECG also. NIBP, non-invasive blood pressure beat to beat, cardiac output. Cardiac output is very important because it uses the technique of bioimpedance, non-invasive, and then the laser blood flow. Laser blood flow is wired, it cannot be wireless. So we can measure all these cardiovascular parameters using BioPAC system. This is the screen from the Acknowledge software, how the ECG would look like and the blood pressure waveform will look like. Then we can analyze the parameters, calculate from them is heart rate, systolic, diastolic, and mean blood pressure. So Acknowledge is a very powerful software which plays very important role in the research, that you can analyze all these parameters from the software, QT interval, heart rate, all the intervals and height and their. The most important is that you can also record heart rate variability. Along with that, if you want to go for the baroreflex sensitivity or blood pressure variability, you need to add a software to the BioPAC system. You can measure both the parameters, baroreflex sensitivity and blood pressure sensitivity. This is the NIBP, how it looks like. It's mostly used in ICU. This is FDA approved. You can record beat to beat continuous blood pressure waveform. It can be displayed on the screen as well. And then you can calculate the various parameters from them. Even the hemodynamic version, if you buy, then you can measure cardiac output, cardiac index, stroke volume, and stroke index as well from the same equipment. This is a respiration belt. You can measure the stethography and airflow. I will be showing in when I will show the ventilator validation kit. So this subject is wearing a BioShirt. The BioShirt has an inbuilt ECG electrodes and respiration. So there is nothing else, no transmitter required. So subject, while they're talking or they're in the meeting, you can record their ECG respiration and remotely and calculate the things, or while performing the exercise. So from this shirt, the signal will come to the data acquisition and can be displayed on the screen while they can be doing any task. Coming to the psychophysiology, as I told you, the psychophysiology is picking up in these days in India and everywhere, because we need to know what is the emotional state of subject, how they feel during various tasks. So recently, BioPAC has introduced the facial EMG. Facial EMG can be recorded. There is an amplifier, small smart amplifier, facial EMG amplifier, which can be connected to MP160. Then we can record the EMG from the cheek muscles and from this muscle, the facial EMG. The idea is to see the impact on the face expression on the EMG. One can get whether the person is smiling or frowning or happy or not happy. Then there is a face reader software along with MP160. It comes. You have to add this face reader software, which will include and classify the expression, whether the subject is happy, sad, scared, disgusted, surprised, angry. And so these are the expressions which can be analyzed by the software along with the facial EMG. Okay, now coming to FNIR, functional near infrared optical brain imaging. So I'm showing overall the different equipments, then how they can be integrated to perform a holistic approach of human physiological monitoring. So FDR is equipment which measure the cerebral hemodynamics. This is a sensor. It provides a real-time monitoring of tissue oxygenation in the brain as subject perform various tasks. Maybe he might be viewing the advertisement, experience ergonomic layout, or receive the stimulation. It allows researchers to assess the brain functions such as attention, memory, learning, or planning. Problem solving, cognitive tasks can be assessed using FNIR system. FNIR system uses the technology of Beard-Lambert law. In this, the sensor will in this sensor, which subject wears on the forehead, there are detectors and emitters of IR light. So when near infrared light is shined at the scalp, it travels through the tissue interacting with it. The emerging light provides information about the changes of content of oxygenated and deoxygenated hemoglobin. So this is the criteria how we measure the cerebral activity. If there is increase in the brain activity, the difference between oxygenated and deoxygenated hemoglobin would increase. So FNIR is being used in research in various brain activity monitors, like for studying cognitive fatigue, mental workload, and human performance studies. It can be used for neurorehabilitation, training and education, brain-computer interface, and gaming options. Neurodegenerative diseases, pediatric monitoring. So in this slide, you can see that the subject is wearing a forehead sensor and looking at the task. It can be any task. So, and this screen is showing a FNIR data. There are various voxels in which we will be getting the oxygenated and deoxygenated hemoglobin data. So this subject, while performing task, we can assess whether he is having a workload, whether its mental activity is increasing or decreasing. At the same time, we can have other physiological parameters on the same subject, or EEG data also. That can be integrated with this FNIR software. So in this FNIR can be used in brain-computer interface when per subject is looking at some task at the PC and there is an increase in FNIR sensor gives output to the mental task to the PC. At the same time, we can have the visual and auditory feedback from the system to the subject. So that's how it can be used for brain-computer interface, and it has been used, this model has been used in various diseases also. So then coming to the virtual reality, all these cognitive function and wireless functions can be monitored in a virtual environment. So the key feature of the virtual environment is that the user believes that he's actually in this different world. So to accomplish that, we need a head-mounted display in where the subject could wear this head-mounted display and will see that a different scenario during the experiment. So to actually believe that the subject is in the same environment, one has to give some navigation and visual and auditory clues. These are the tactile vibration which can be given along with that. I will show you some examples later how the system would look like. So this is the basic principle how the data of the virtual reality and the physiological monitoring can be synced together. So if suppose this is a virtual workstation which gives a stimulus, it can be either visual, haptic, olfactory, auditory, or electrical to the subject. And the subject physiological response is, the subject would be wearing all the biosensors, wireless or wired. The physiological response would go to the data acquisition system. So suppose there is any change in the physiological response to a stimulus, it can be, we can manipulate to give back the stimulus to the subject. Okay, this heart rate is going very high, you need to work on that, or reduce the pain threshold. So depending upon the setup. So this is how the synchronization of data can be done using virtual reality and BioPAC system. So in BioPAC, there are various ready world, virtual reality worlds which come with the system, but you can also have your own world created because the research applications are varied. So you can create your own world depending upon the situation. So the BioPAC gives a scripting option. You can write your own software with the help of, you can create new world. So this is the what acrophobia, public speaking, fear of flying, gambling. These are the words which actually are free of cost. So I will show that how the virtual reality works. Is this is the subject would be in this scenario where the elevator is construction elevator is there. So there will be a vibration, there will be a visual clue, and we are measuring GSR when the subject is in the lift. So we can see when the elevator goes up, there is an immediate rise in GSR activity. So the subject who is having acrophobia will have higher GSR, and he can say, okay, no, I cannot tolerate this much height. And then the experimenter can slow down or stop depending upon the physiological response of the subject. This is again the same one in which the experimenter can stop, or even the participant can alter the speed of the elevator. There is a word like public speaking in the social anxiety scenario. So in this there will be different avatars sitting in the chairs, and one can assess whether they are hostile or friendly or indifferent. So practice public speaking can be done using this via world. Fear of flying, the subject would be, he would feel that he is sitting in a aeroplane. There will be vibration and sound to make it look actual, and give the training to remove the fear of flying. This is a pit experiment. This is a very great experiment. Even I have tried, and it feels that, okay, nothing will happen to my physiology, but when I'm walking on a same floor. But when you see through the headset, you will see that you will have a fear of falling, and there your physiology will be reflected in the various physiological parameters. So these are few examples how virtual reality can be used. Apart from this, the virtual reality these days has a lot of scope in research. You know, it is used in education, it is used in architecture, or even surgeries, anesthesia, like for any practice, anything these days, gaming also. Virtual reality is taking a scope where it can be used. This is a slide where the subject is in a car, driving a car, and he is wearing bionomadic sensors, eye tracking. So eye tracking can show where he is looking. He is looking at rear view, he is looking at front, or wherever the eye movement is there, that can be tracked. Along with that, the physiology of the subject is being monitored. Same time on the laptop, he is wearing the wireless transmitters. So this is one application, and we have came across that people use for taking driving test, using this wearing eye tracking, whether they are looking at which mirror, or they can how they are behaving while driving. So this, all the techniques can be used for neuromarketing as well. That you can see this subject is wearing eye tracking, and so when person is wearing eye tracking along with the physiological parameters, we can assess whether subject is liking some color, which product is giving a good impact, which colors are not good, how to attract customer. So neuromarketing is very important these days, and how to use it. So we have a tool to assess this neuromarketing as well. Coming to the most important part, ventilator validation kit. So as in month of March, we know that pandemic hit everywhere. So BioPack developed a ventilator validation kit. We know that there is lot of requirement of ventilators. So in India also many labs are manufacturing, even the car companies like Tata, Maruti, Defense Lab, Dibel, they are trying to make lot of ventilators which is required. So what BioPack has done is they are giving how to validate the ventilator. So this is the basic system, how it looks like. Like suppose you have this data acquisition, you only need a airflow transducer and differential pressure transducer to validate the ventilator. So the basic system has a 16-channel data acquisition system, a calibration syringe to monitor the volume. It has accuracies of 0.5%. Differential pressure transducer, which can be connected to any pneumatic circuit to monitor airway pressure, with Acknowledge software to analyze and display the data in the real time. But every company has different kind of requirement for manufacturing ventilators. The basic system can work with that. Then otherwise also, if you want to have a ventilator where you want to monitor the oxygen measurement, you need to add one more transducer. In a case of if you want to manufacture ventilator with ISO standards, then you have to monitor STPT, that is the standard temperature pressure drive. So we want to add, in that case, we have to add a temperature transducer, barometric pressure transducer, and humidity transducer, so that everything is taken care of and we can meet the ISO standards. Similarly, for water vapor pressure, we need to add other transducers. And if you want to go for the CAP mode, constant positive airway pressure, you will need to add a low flow transducer to the system. So this is basically a technical picture how the things can be done. The ventilator is connected to airflow transducer with the low pressure and high pressure expired. Then we need a artificial lung machine to monitor the O2 and CO2 volumes. There is a very good video on the website. I cannot show it here, where we can have a quick link view how the ventilators can be ventilated. So this is the transducer, airflow transducer, how it is connected. This is a calibration syringe, and this is a differential pressure transducer. And we can have the various volumes and the pressures displayed on the screen. So actually there are so many equipments, and every equipment takes one webinar. So BioPack has very good webinars recording on their websites. You can just go to BioPack site and see the webinars there. And if you want, you can request us also. We can arrange a demo for the system by remote monitoring to your labs. Thank you. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Hello. Yes, please. Yes.
So we have a few questions.
Okay.
Which is better data acquisition interface, USB or Ethernet?
If Ethernet it depends upon the requirement. Ethernet is better in that you can have there are different PCs in your in LAN cable. If you have two labs and all the labs are connected with Ethernet, you can view the data in 2-3 labs. USB has a better point when it is portable, you can take to different situations. But for quality of this better data, Ethernet is better.
Yes, ma'am. So next question, like, what is the accuracy rate of FNIR? FNIR.
Accuracy rate. Okay, I will.
You can stop sharing.
Okay, so
Yes.
I will check, and I don't remember exactly the value.
So, how we biomedical engineers can help in fighting COVID-19?
Yes, the biomedical engineers have a lot of things to do. First is they can validate the ventilators, they can make the ventilators, and the remote teaching can be done because in remote it will be difficult to resume the colleges normal. So I just like instructors sitting at one place, and they can teach their students, and there will be iCloud where they can put the data back and all these things. Remote teaching and the ventilators. These are the two things which I feel biomedical engineers would be very helpful. There is lot of requirement people are contacting to make ventilators.
Yes, ma'am. And next question, how to suppress further COVID-19 outbreak?
Uh, Actually, that is a very difficult question to answer. But only thing is that we have to fight with it by taking precautions not to spread it. And if it goes, we should have all the medical facilities in India to have ventilators by the time the vaccine come or something like that.
Yes, ma'am. So, and can we monitor the oxygen levels of a patient's room?
SpO2, you can monitor with BioPac.
Okay. So next is biomedical engineering is a good course, and what may be the future scope and placement in biomedical field?
There is lot of scope of biomedical engineers which is very much required, and looking at the current scenario, it's not only the equipments, it's like research, developing new things. I'm very happy that we can see that new very small ventilators and very quick time are required. So this is the biomedical engineers are needed everywhere.
Mhm.
There is a lot of scope.
What would be the accuracy compared with clinical lab?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
What would be the accuracy uh, when compared with clinical lab?
Actually, these equipments, they are not for a clinical purpose. They are for research and teaching. So I won't be able to answer that question about the clinical accuracy.
Okay.
That, yes.
Can automated treatment be implemented in patients monitoring and emergency assistance in case of absence of doctors or nurses?
So there is a wireless system, the Equivital, which I showed. They are using for the distance monitoring. Yes, they can be used. If we want to monitor their ECG respiration remotely, it's a very good tool.
And any softwares that the biomedical engineers should learn in prior, like before entering into the industry.
Not in a single software, but they should learn the scripting part, how to write their own software according to their requirement. These are lessons made according to the USA schedule. So they should know the scripting part, which I feel would be good.
Okay, ma'am. So we'll take up last two questions, ma'am. What are the various applications of ventilator?
Ventilator is
As well as the best quality ventilator.
please say it again. I can.
What what are the various applications of ventilator, and which is the best quality ventilator?
Actually, the ventilators, at the moment, what are required are the small one. Now, there are actually different kind of ventilators. in which the tracheotomy is done, that is not required at that moment. It's the small ventilators to give the oxygen. So I don't know about the details of the ventilators, but at the current scenario, the small ventilators just to give the oxygen
Okay.
is required.
We'll take up last question, ma'am. What is the privacy policy of neuromarketing in eye tracking and facial EMS, stating emotional state? Privacy policy of neuromarketing in eye tracking and facial EMS.
So it's like the subjects who volunteer for the study, like for the psychophysiology, the tests are performed only on those subjects. So it's not that mandatory that everyone would go for that psychophysiology test. So it's for research. So they go.
Okay, ma'am. So, shall we end up the session, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
So,
you. Thank you very much.
we are happy, ma'am, to have a great session from you, and you made the session more interesting. And we really got inspired and realized how biomedical engineers have their role in the society. On
Yes.
behalf of Chennai Institute of Technology, we thank you for spending a valuable time for us, ma'am. Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Yeah, we look forward for further
Sure, ma'am.
collaboration with CIT. Thank you.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you. And thank you to all the participants also on behalf of Chennai Institute of Technology. Thank you.